Hey, what's going on guys, and welcome back to my Bully news series. In this video I'm going to be going over 5 brand new Bully 2 leaks. This includes soundtracks, new private motion capture roles advertised, and also an actor's resume, as well as some new concept art found. Now these leaks are all very exciting because I was actually covering Red Dead Redemption news and leaks for around over a year before Rockstar Games officially announced Red Dead Redemption 2 to even exist. So the fact that we have Bully 2 information and leaks continuing to mount up is a very good sign. As always, these are all rumours and nothing is official until confirmation by Rockstar Games themselves, but I do personally believe this will be the next title from Rockstar Games. So sorry about that, GTA 6 fans. So first up is a new motion capture casting role, and this one was actually leaked to me directly. They wanted to remain anonymous as they are actually the actor who was approached by Pinewood Studios. If that name sounds familiar, it's because Pinewood Studios actually put out several motion capture calls for positions several months ago with the description, "We are currently casting motion capture performers for an exciting video game with a leading games developer." So what I'm going to do is show you guys the email casting call for this project, as this one was not actually listed publicly on their website and was emailed directly to actors. It's titled "Neutral English Child Voice is Required for Video Game Project." The production details read: the closing date is the 23rd of January 2019. The production location, Shepperton Studios or Pinewood Studios in the United Kingdom, and recordings will be taking place within the first few weeks of February 2019. Casting details: child voices with English neutral standard accent is required for this video game project. Under the role description, we actually get quite a lot of information about this one. It's an English standard child voiceover of a male bully, aged 12 to 16. This role is the friend of an insecure boy at school, but the relationship is toxic as he is a bully, often making the insecure boy the butt of his jokes. He teases him but assures him they're only joking, but the gang of bullies take it too far and physically abuse and manipulate the insecure boy daily. Just to note, some of the names and payment rates have been removed from this casting call to protect the identity of the actor that came forward for this one. And I also found it really interesting that this role was only sent to actors directly and not listed on the Pinewood Studios official website like some of the other casting calls were. Potentially a reason for this could be that this casting call is just simply too revealing. They're literally looking for bully characters for the video game Bully. Maybe that would just be too telling to publicly post. Moving on to the next leak, there was actually a resume founded for an actor and voiceover actor called Roger Grunwald. Credit to Jabulous on GTA forums for investigating this one. And on his resume, he actually listed a current project as Untitled Motion Capture Project as a German psychiatrist with Take-Two Productions and Rockstar Games that is currently in production. Now, when this resume was found, I believe back in 2017, it was also around the time Roger Clark was discovered as being Red Dead Redemption 2's potential main protagonist, which, as we know, he did end up being Arthur Morgan. So when Roger Grunwald's role was found back at this time, everyone just assumed this was for Red Dead Redemption 2, which was Rockstar Games' next title to be released at the time. However, now Red Dead Redemption 2 has been released, we know there's no German psychiatrist in the game. And not only that, but Roger Grunwald can't be found anywhere in the game's credits, which leads us to believe he will be appearing in the next rumoured Rockstar game, Bully 2. It's also worth pointing out that Roger Grunwald's resume still actually lists this current project. However, he has removed a key detail, and that is the description of his role that stated he was playing a German psychiatrist. So that's another great hint there that he wasn't supposed to be sharing part of this information, that he's a German psychiatrist, and still left up the other part of it, that he's working for an unannounced game with Rockstar Games. The next leak is that Rockstar Games have been recently hiring for next generation positions. This was even picked up recently by websites such as GameSpot, and Rockstar Games have announced job listings for new, unannounced video game titles. which the company has described as next generation projects. Rockstar India, for example, is hiring for technical art positions, including a senior environmental artist, to join a team tasked with creating next generation worlds for some exciting upcoming projects. The India branch was also seen to be hiring a vehicle artist, and they speculated that the description sounded like it could be for GTA 6, but I guess it could also be for Bully 2 since potentially there will be vehicles in this game. But guys, some of these job descriptions are extremely telling, so let's take a closer look at some of these descriptions. Rockstar Games is looking for an experienced, passionate, technical face developer focused on animation and face motion capture to help research and develop new technology for future titles. This role involves the development of new approaches and workflows to facial tracking, facial animation, facial recognition, improving tools and pipelines currently in place, and to manage the workflow and assets from facial pipeline. This next job description shows Rockstar Games looking for a motion capture tools developer to work with their award-winning development team in New York City and help create and build upon the next generation of motion capture tools and pipeline. You'll be working with a talented core team of passionate and committed individuals to work on some of the largest scale projects to be found in any entertainment medium. You will have the opportunity to build and develop new tools and pipelines used across all of our studios in a friendly and inclusive environment where you can collaborate with some of the most accomplished and driven people in the industry. And this third role actually came from Rockstar Toronto, who did merge with Rockstar Vancouver, who were of course the studio behind making the first Bully 1 game. So Rockstar Toronto are looking for an experienced, passionate, senior technical artist focused on animation to help research and develop new technology for future titles. This role involves the creation of new approaches to animation retargeting, facial animation tracking and rigging, secondary motion simulation, and character deformation, both by improving the tools and pipelines and the final quality of the assets in the game. This one actually came from a user on Reddit known as IC_IC, and they posted 2 different soundtracks that he claimed are for Bully 2. So this one was titled, "This is my last post for now, but just check out what I'm guessing is 1 out of 4 of the loading screen songs. This is either fall or summer." And then this one, "All I know is this for now is a sample from near the ending of Bully 2, which should be taking place in the wilderness, maybe on a cliff." I'm not really sure what to think of these leaks, but since sharing these soundtracks, this user has since deleted his account. However, I want to give a shout out to the Nathan NS. He actually was our hero and downloaded all of these soundtracks before they were deleted and re-uploaded them on his own Twitter page. So if you guys would like to listen to these, I'll have links to the full versions down in the description, thanks to Nathan, and along with all of my other sources to make this video. Obviously, it's impossible to tell if these soundtracks will be used in Bully 2, however, they haven't been debunked so far. Usually leaks like this, if they were included in another game, they would be debunked very quickly. And listening to them, they do kind of actually fit within the Bully universe. And not only that, they do sound actually quite familiar to some of the productions by Woody Jackson, who Rockstar Games have used for pretty much every Rockstar game since 2010. Woody Jackson was the composer behind the original Red Dead Redemption game, Max Payne 3, L.A. Noire, Grand Theft Auto 5, and also Red Dead Redemption 2, so we can assume Woody Jackson will also be behind Bully 2. An interesting point to note is that Sean Lee, who did compose the soundtrack from the first Bully game, did say he'd be doing the soundtrack to the sequel Bully 2, however that statement was now given almost 10 years ago in November 2009. So I think what probably happened there is that Rockstar ended up delaying the sequel for Bully 2 and then ended up using Woody Jackson when they picked this project back up again. So let's move on to the 5th and final leak for Bully 2. This one also was found on the Rockstar subreddit by a user Snipe Author, and he shared 15 never seen before concept arts. He stated apparently these are pictures of environment and assets from a Rockstar game that's currently in the making. When users on Reddit asked him how he got these images, he confirmed someone who is very trustworthy and has connections with Rockstar Games sent me these images, but anyway, I won't get into details or give any names because of potential legal issues with Take-Two Interactive. These leaked images did actually get some traction on Reddit, and people pointed out there were some real-life brands featured in these images, which was a little unusual. You know, there was Coca-Cola, Jack Daniels, and even Trump featured on a newspaper article in one of these images. And there was also some conflicting time periods. Some of the objects in these images came from the 50s or 60s, and then other objects were more modern day or even from the 90s. However, the sources of these images were quickly found on GTA forums, and they weren't any old images actually. All 15 of these leaked images did indeed belong to Rockstar employees. They were actually shared on a website called artstation.com. There's not a whole lot of context or information behind these images, but quite a few of them are actually listed as personal projects. So these could be the work of Rockstar developers who made these on the side or in their spare time while working at Rockstar Games. Or potentially some of them could have been created in or around Bully 2's universe. Remember guys that Red Dead Redemption 2 concept art was also leaked before that game's released. Technical artists at games companies can be a job with a high employee turnover, so you know, when we have employees leaving games companies, they quite often accidentally break NDAs by sharing concept art they've worked on at previous jobs in their resumes, and you know, that accidentally finds its way online and people get to see a glimpse at games that haven't been announced yet. These sort of things do happen. Of course, this isn't the first time that potential Bully 2 concept art has been leaked. We've already seen several characters and Bully 2 environments that have been leaked online. I covered those in my last Bully 2 video, so if you guys missed that, I'll have it linked on screen and you can get a lot more information. Also, before I end this video, I want to say a big thanks to JJ Rao1234 and Ollie Blake. I'll have their pages linked down in the description. They helped make this video possible. And I'll pretty much have every single source and reference I talked about in this video linked in the description if any of you guys are Bully 2 fanatics and want to do any extra reading or see the sources that I talked about in this video. As always, if you guys did enjoy this video, I'd really appreciate if you could leave it a like, really helps support my channel, and don't forget to subscribe if you are new around here so you don't miss out on any future breaking Bully 2 news or information. Thanks for watching guys, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.